The way Sigma men conduct themselves has a certain quality. They are neither the brash, boisterous alphas nor the meek, little followers. They reject categorization and conformity, paving their own way through life with strength and tenacity. They are the lone wolves, individuals who follow their own agenda and forge their own paths in life. But what gives these men the distinct toughness? Their masculine build that seems impervious to harm. Some might argue that it's both nature and nurture, with some Sigma men simply being born with a particular temperament and others developing their abilities with time through experience, adversity, and introspection. It is evident that certain characteristics seem to be shared to some extent by all Sigma males. They tend to be shy and favor small, intimate gatherings of their closest friends or family over large gatherings. They are extremely perceptive and possess a remarkable ability to discern people's intentions and body language. They frequently have autonomous, rational thinking styles and aren't scared to question authority or tradition. They place a high importance on honesty and sincerity and have limited tolerance for people who engage in political or social games. But these men also have a human side that is often hidden beneath the surface. Here are 12 methods Sigma men maintain their masculine frame. Number 1. They convey their intentions clearly through their words. The honesty and integrity of Sigma guys is one of their defining traits. They disbelieve in obfuscation or the use of partial truths. When they speak, they just state the truth. What distinguishes them from other male stereotypes is their dedication to being clear and transparent in their communication. They don't use psychological tricks or other manipulative methods. They place the highest priority on simplicity and directness. Additionally, it is important to consider what they actually do as well as what they say. Sigma men keep their promises. They don't say things they don't mean and don't make promises they can't keep. You can rely on them to keep their promises since they are trustworthy when they make them. This degree of constancy and sincerity is welcome in a society where so many people are preoccupied with maintaining a particular image or meeting social expectations. Being honest to oneself is the cornerstone around which everything else is constructed for Sigmas. Of course, their dedication to being truthful and straightforward does not imply that they lack tact or are insensitive. They are aware that sometimes communication calls for delicacy and subtlety. They do, however, contend that these circumstances ought to be the exception rather than the rule. Number 2, even when they are entitled to, they never boast. The humility of Sigma guys is one of their most admirable qualities. They don't feel the need to brag about their successes or draw attention to them in front of other people. Instead, they prefer to remain grounded and keep their attention on what lies ahead by letting their deeds speak for themselves. This doesn't imply that they don't have self-assurance or believe in themselves. They don't feel the need to justify their value to others since they already have a strong feeling of their own worth. They understand that their value originates from within and is not dependent on outside approval or compliments. Sigma guys never feel the need to show off their accomplishments, even when they are substantial. Instead of serving as a justification for receiving approval or acknowledgement from others, their accomplishments are a source of internal pride and joy. They become very independent and laser-focused on their own personal growth and development as a result of their lack of need for outside validation. They don't rely on other people to validate their worth or direct them since they understand that their success ultimately rests with them. Their capacity to appreciate other people's contributions is just another facet of their humble personality. Despite their own successes, they never minimize the achievements of others or disparage their efforts. Men in the Sigma fraternity are always eager to acknowledge the efforts of others, whether in the business or in their personal lives. Number 3, they don't act dishonestly. Sigma guys always attempt to act fairly in all situations. They don't try to con others or take advantage of them. While some people don't mind smearing others to make them look bad, Sigma men always favor fair competition. They have faith in their skills and think they can triumph without using unfair means. The dedication to moral conduct is evident in all facets of their lives, including both personal and professional contexts. Even when it's not always the simplest or most popular option, they accept responsibility for their actions and make decisions based on what they think to be morally correct. They abstain from gossip, rumors, and other sorts of social engineering in order to uphold this ethical norm. They don't have to undermine others in order to succeed. Instead, they concentrate on improving themselves via perseverance, commitment, and holding fast to their principles and convictions. Sigma men handle competition fairly and honestly. Success gained by using unethical methods is hollow and unfulfilling. When they succeed, they do it graciously and never try to minimize the achievements of others or take credit for the hard work of their teammates or co-workers. Number 4, instead of attempting to dominate others, they lead by example. These guys have a better grasp on leadership than others. They firmly believe that a great leader inspires rather than commands. They don't give orders. They lead by example. Their adherents are not their subjects but rather traveling companions. The unmatched leadership style of Sigma men is built on a foundation of approachability and listening. They are sensible enough to see the seriousness of the situation and seek out other points of view in order to make well-informed decisions. They live out what they preach, which is what I find most motivating about them. Sigmas don't just talk about values. They actually embody them every day through their strong analysis and in-depth understanding. It's important to have a beneficial impact on the community as much as just getting results. Men of Sigma believe that true leadership is about inspiring people to excellence rather than imposing one's own agenda. They motivate others to follow their example by paving the route for a better life. They demonstrate to others via their actions that real leadership entails setting an example rather than giving orders. Number 5. Their actions and words are in sync. Everyone is aware that words are cheap and that people are actually defined by their actions. Sigma guys don't need to make lofty promises to impress people because their words and deeds are in sync. They distinguish themselves from the alpha male because of their dependability and constancy, which speak for themselves. Alpha males may talk the talk, but they don't always keep their commitments. Sigmas, on the other hand, have the self-control and integrity to follow through on their promises. They protect their character fiercely because they recognize it as their most precious possession. They don't just keep their word. They also abstain from hypocrisy in all facets of their lives. They don't pretend to be someone they're not, or preach principles they don't genuinely uphold. They are respected and trusted by others around them because their words and deeds are consistent. This is not meant to imply that men in the Sigma fraternity are rigid or never change their beliefs. They might, but if they do it in an honest and open manner. They are able to create enduring relationships because of their constancy and genuineness. They resist allowing themselves to be used. Number 6. Sigma males are not naive despite their quiet, kind exterior, and they have great talents to defend their integrity. They are rarely caught off guard because of their extraordinary ability to spot manipulation and coercion before they even happen. They trust their instincts and maintain objectivity throughout uncomfortable conversations, and they can quickly detect when someone is attempting to take advantage of them. They uphold firm boundaries and never stray from their moral code, even in the face of extreme pressure. Being taken advantage of by a Sigma is nearly impossible because they will never jeopardize their honor to please someone else. They won't be intimidated and will always stick up for themselves. While helping others is something that Sigma males enjoy doing, they cut ties with those who take advantage of them. They don't let their partners take advantage of them, even when they're dating. They will terminate the relationship if they feel taken advantage of, even though it may be painful. Number 7. They are never disloyal. Contrary to the majority of people who frequently make promises without intending to keep them, Sigma men never break their word in order to forge strong bonds and promote respect for one another, no matter the cost. They never go back on a commitment they've made. Few people understand the importance of accountability more than Sigmas, who are masters at keeping their word. Accountability is a sign of great strength. They are renowned for their unwavering loyalty and are always reliable when it comes to maintaining their word or upholding commitments. They are never unfaithful. Doing what is right is only one aspect of integrity. Another is living up to one's own standards and ideals. Number 8. They always reveal who they really are. A Sigma male's unwavering honesty is one of their most endearing traits. They never compromise their integrity, whether it is in their personal or professional lives, in the face of social pressure or other people's opinions. It's clear to everyone who this Sigma man really is. They don't put on a mask or take on a character to blend in. They display their quirky characteristics with pride. They are admired and respected by those around them due to their authentic and raw personality, which attracts people to them. By staying true to who they are, they enable others to do the same, fostering a sense of community and belonging. Their openness and sensitivity enable them to engage with people on a deeper, more meaningful level, creating relationships that will last a lifetime. Many people may be reluctant to reveal their actual selves, but Sigma men do not. They never make an effort to hide who they really are, so you always get what you see. One of the many characteristics that separates them from the competition is this. Number 9. When they realize they are mistaken, they swallow their pride. Sigma guys may excel in a variety of areas, but they are not without flaws. They do make mistakes occasionally, but how they handle those mistakes sets them apart from most men. They aren't too proud to acknowledge their errors, look for solutions, and express regret when appropriate. Sigma guys will swallow their pride, accept responsibility for their actions, and work to make things right rather than being obstinate and claiming they are correct. They don't punish themselves for it because nobody is perfect and learning from mistakes is a necessary part of life. Despite being the smartest person in the room, he is open to criticism from others when he makes a mistake. They won't stand their ground and tenaciously defend their stance if evidence is presented that contradicts their beliefs or behavior. They'll simply listen, think, and then take the appropriate action to better themselves and their circumstance. They not only gain the respect and trust of others by acknowledging their mistakes, but they also set a good example for those around them. They don't steal or lie. Stealing or lying may result in immediate rewards, but they ultimately undermine the trust that is the cornerstone of any lasting relationship. Sigma males are always more inclined to disclose the truth in order to prevent future issues that are not essential. They don't deceive their lover or cheat on them when they're in a relationship. They always act toward people as they would like to be acted toward. They will always tell the truth, regardless of how painful or difficult it may be, and never hesitate to take responsibility for their acts or intentions. Since it is difficult to rebuild trust after it has been damaged, some people may choose the easier path and lie their way out of difficult situations. Because of this, Sigmas put honesty and integrity over short-term satisfaction and constantly strive to act morally no matter the cost. Number 10. They accept complete responsibility for their activities. Being able to accept responsibility for one's own conduct is an uncommon attribute in today's society because it's so simple to shift the blame and pass the buck. A Sigma man never offers justifications or blames others when things don't go according to plan. Sigma guys don't point the finger at other people or outside factors. They consider their decisions, evaluate the circumstance, and make the necessary corrections to proceed. When they take full responsibility for their errors and faults without any hesitation, their tenacity and strength of character are on full display. We should all work to develop emotional maturity, which includes accepting responsibility for our actions. You must reject letting anyone or anything else decide your fate because only you have power over it. Number 11. No matter what, they manage to make things work. You will know a Sigma is not a quitter if you are friends with him. He is prepared to overcome any task or impediment no matter how great it may be. Sigma men always exert every effort to ensure success. They have a broad knowledge base because they frequently try multiple approaches before finding a solution to their issues. They spend hours doing research before they come up with the answer to their problem. They frequently succeed in life because of this. They have no concept of giving up and never concede defeat.